I know my mother passed away when she was 48 years old. I know she, my younger niece is the reincarnation of my mother, my mom. You know, when I saw when I saw her by the first time, I sensed she. Sometimes when I watch her behaving, the way her to be, I notice some delicate similarities with my mom, which my niece never meet my mom, because when my niece was born, my mom already had passed away. My younger niece never met my mother before, but her behaving, some things, the way, including to move the body, see, to look, to talk. Oh my gosh, it's totally the same spirit that my mom belonged. My mom belonged to the same spirit. And my mom was a personality that is still alive in the spiritual dimension, but it's not here in the physical dimension anymore, but it's still alive. It's still my mother. She will exist, like your beloved ones that already had passed away. We are eternal. Our soul is eternal. You can give different names. We were different personalities. Then we have many souls that belongs to the same spirit. Our spirit is like a spiritual condominium, which is all the, it's complex that is, but for today, it's too much information to tell. But I hope I shared today all information for encourage you to enjoy this, to benefit yourself, for sure.
So does everybody remember, or are there people who just don't open up enough to receive that information?
Yeah, no, you deficient.
The majority are able to get. The minority is necessary a second, a third session to start seeing through their mind, because come everything through their mind, and they verbalize, describe what they are sensing, feeling, seeing through their mind. The mental screen, we say, mental screen. Normally, when the person schedule appointment, they are already open. They have some identity. They are open. It's all about confidence. Be open. And some, they give up too short when they don't get in the first. They never. It's very rare. They schedule a second session, but I can tell you, even if the person don't see anything, that is not true, because I always see it, because the person judge, oh no, this is my mind. Oh no, this is nothing, and don't verbalize. But I am expert to make the person believe and verbalize, during the session. And if no happen the first, no problem. Nothing is lost, because it's God above all of us. And when the person is reaching a professional, a therapy, they want to solve their pain. And Jesus is watching you, your ancestors is watching you, your guardian angel is watching you. And when you ask, you get. Is in the Bible too. I don't know what words, but every time when you ask, if you ask, you receive, you get. Then if you are asking for help, even if you don't see anything, I'm totally sure the person is being getting benefit. And then, okay, sometimes don't happen exactly like expect, like seeing past lives with a so very good facility in the first moment, because you gain facility to watch the past lives with the practice. Like normally in the 30 session is when the person, wow, speak seems so easy. They speak so much more easier, describe a whole scenario. I was this way, I was dressing this way. I recognize the man is my father today. They describe everything, for themselves. But in the first session, it's like when you start walking, when you were 1 year old, you start climbing, it's like that. I explained that in the first appointment, because in the first appointment is just for explain certain kind of things, I don't make it past life regression the first appointment. First, I need to make an anamnese. I need to listen what concern the client. I need to give some guidance, references for reading, and explain some concerns, some fears about the own therapy. And then that might be enough for, in the first session, the client have a very good performance. I can tell like that in the first session. But normally, when the client already is open for spiritual learning during the life, day by day, it's much more easier. That for sure happened. But when the person used to live a life too much absent of spiritual knowledge, only material life, then this kind of person, they have a little more difficult in the beginning, but I am able to help until they are able to get a good performance to describe what they are watching in their mind,